Hello, everybody. Pre starts in 4 minutes.
Eddie, do you know if the back hall light is off?
Back hall light. Do you just mean like, which hallway do you mean?
That would be backstage during the, whenever Nick was doing shots of the...
That's a good question.
Of Morgan, we kept getting the backlights.
I didn't happen to see that. It looked like it was on when he was walking. Maybe I was just thinking of the... I think somebody else is doing it.
Two and a half minutes till the pre.
Sweet.
'Okay, Nick, I see that I have you.
I'm just waiting on camera 3.
Caleb's on his way.
Sweet.
One minute, 30 seconds until the online pre.
I'm not sure who to tell about that.
What happened?
The hallway light in the back where Nick has to kind of switch over from side to side on the stage is off. So we may want to...
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Okay.
That's okay. I don't really need the light.
Yeah, we will want it off for the music.
Sorry, I can't. Okay. I'll take... You guys talk about it. Cool.
Okay, thank you. 30 seconds.
Don't forget to record, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Ready, go for online pre in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, Overflow Online? Come on. We are so excited to have you guys with us tonight. Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, my name is Bella. I am the Overflow Online Connector for this semester. And I have my dear friend here with me, Jake. Jake, would you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about what you do here at Overflow?
Absolutely. So, yeah, I actually work at Overflow. I work as a community coordinator. I actually graduated from UNCW like 2 years ago, and they gave me a job.
Go Hawks.
And so it's been incredible. And so the community coordinator, what I get to do is really just facilitate community within the gathering on Tuesday nights, but also within our community groups that we have on Thursday nights, which are really small groups where like 200 college students come in and just are eager to review the message on Tuesday. So
yeah, it's so awesome. I love community groups. They're a really great way to get connected here at Overflow. If you guys have been following along, you would know that Carson is taking us through a series this semester called The Good News is Good.
So good.
And I'm just so excited for tonight. We actually have a guest speaker speaking tonight. Jake, would you like to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Jeff Banks is speaking tonight, and he's actually on staff.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he is on staff with our student ministry.
Hang on, let's see if it picks back up.
All the time there, but I'm really eager for us to be able to learn from him because he just has a way about teaching the word that I'm so stoked on. And so a lot of the people actually within our church kind of come and support and love on Overflow in a lot of different ways. And we wanted to invite you into a way that you can support. 2 ways, actually. The first one is in prayer. We would love for you guys to support us in prayer by praying over our gatherings. We believe the Lord's been doing something incredible in Overflow, and so we want you to be able to participate in that. The second way is actually giving.
Okay, we should be good now. I think it's just a second off, but
Yeah,
Lord's
it's all
doing in a financial way at Overflow. So you can do that in 2 ways. You can actually click the link below and be able to, or you can look at the link below and be able to give online. You can also give through our Venmo.
Oh, look, they're doing the dance.
So.
Yeah, and that's a.
what dance is this?
It's like the Christian dance.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if they like, I don't like they do it at different like Young Life.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go off of the count that's on our screens, not the big one.
Perfect.
Okay,
I'm watching that one.
beautiful.
Ultimately is the one that reaps the harvest. And so I think the reason why that matters is because my community group has just been going after it, hearing the messages or after the messages. And so it's been so good to hear their perspective. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I had a great takeaway from last week. It was just that we had a baptism meeting after the gathering, and it's just so exciting to see. Me and Jake were actually in the room for that, and there was over 20 people who came and are interested in getting baptized this semester, and I'm just so expectant for what the Lord is doing in them growing their faith and just being able to see that, because I was in that seat, you know.
Hey fam, just a heads up, Brian asked if we can have the lyrics. He's going to definitely need the lyrics for the first part of Praise because he's not super confident.
So yeah, that's something that
Thanks, fam.
I'm really expectant for going into
A minute 20 out.
you guys
Did you hear that?
are looking to get connected with
Did you hear
us
that?
here, I would love to reach out to you.
Brian wants
If you
the
want to
lyrics,
fill out
first
our
the lyrics
Connect
for
form
Praise, the first
online,
song to be, like, up
you
and
can
ready 'cause
text
he's
online to
super confident
910-727-1160
how to start,
and
so.
fill out that Connect form, and I will get connected with
1
you,
minute.
reach out to you personally.
Sweet, we're a minute out. Y'all have fun. Thankful for y'all.
Like option where you can click if you want a care package, and me and some other people on our team will send you a fun little care package with a couple little things in there.
Okay, since the lyrics are up, I don't have the timer, so I'm just gonna go off of the big screen.
And it's super exciting.
So sorry.
No, you're fine.
You know, to be able to
Alright,
connect
yeah,
with
I'm
you
looking
guys
at the.
online.
I got you. I'll count you in.
Hopefully,
I can see it on
30
the left.
seconds.
you know, the love of us, like through the people like in the room that we just like love getting to connect with you guys. And we're about 20 seconds
Come
away.
on, we're about to start this thing.
I just hope that you
Oh, never mind. I can see it. I'm dumb. I was looking at the wrong screen.
No, you're
in the
good.
room and just
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go for praise.
Nick, you are clear.
Alright, ready? 1. Take 1. Oh. 3 flickered. That was weird. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 3. Take 3. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Nice job. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3.
Our praises of surrender tonight.
Ready 1.
Let's lift our voice together.
Take 1.
Praising God for who He is.
Ready 4. Take 4.
I praise 'cause you
Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Nice job, y'all. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Actually, ready 3, yeah. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Nice job.
Stand by for Faith and Wonder with Brian leading and Madison on lead guitar.
3. Dissolve 3.
Oh, sorry if that was bad. I didn't hear you say ready camera 4.
Sorry. Oh. Ready. Sorry. Try to speak up. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Nice shot. Ready 1. Dissolve 1.
It's higher than the others.
Ready 3.
Higher than the others.
Dissolve 3.
This name that shakes the mountain top.
Ready 4.
The only word that breaks the curses off.
Dissolve 4.
Your name, the one that covers all.
Ready 1.
Oh, it's
Dissolve
higher
1.
than the others. Higher than the
3.
others. Full
Dissolve
of
3.
faith
That was a nice pull, Scott.
I will say no other
35.
name but yours, name but yours.
Dissolve 5.
For the faith and wonder, I will say no
4.
other
Dissolve 4.
name but yours,
Ready 1.
name but
Dissolve 1. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4.
name the storms that gave
Let's start taking. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4.
is higher than the others,
Ready 5. Take 5.
higher than the others.
Ready 3. Take 3.
And wonder, I will say
Ready 1.
no other
Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Actually, ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. 3. Dissolve 3.
help me wonder at your name. 'Cause there is
1.
power
Dissolve 1.
in the name
Ready 6.
of Jesus.
Dissolve 6. Ready 3.
Louder,
Dissolve 3.
the name of Jesus.
Maybe we get some guitar on this, potentially. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Nice job, Nick. 5. Dissolve 5. Start taking here. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Actually, ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 2. Actually, ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Cool shot.
Stand by for Never Walk Alone with Maddie leading and Madison on lead guitar.
Ready, 5. 1, 2, intro. Terry, could you rack that in? Maybe like go out and then rack it in. Yeah. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5.
I'm safe in your love. Your army of
Ready, 6.
watch over me.
Dissolve 6. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Always present. You're always
Ready,
with
1.
me.
Dissolve 1.
For all of my life,
Nice.
your favor has followed. You're my covering.
Ready, 3.
I have never
Dissolve 3.
walked alone. I've never been
Ready, 4. Dissolve 4.
You are my inheritance.
Ready, 5.
You are my strength and shield.
Dissolve 5.
I have confidence. You go before me. You're my deliverer.
Ready, 6. Actually, ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Nice. Alright, ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 4. Let's start taking here. Take 4. Ready, 1. Actually, ready, 3. Actually, ready, 5. Take 5.
Lifting my
Ready, 1. Take 1.
in you I find help. You're my providence.
Ready, 3. Take 3.
I have never walked alone. I've never
Ready, 5. Take 5.
You are my inheritance.
Ready, 2. Take 2.
You are my strength and shield.
Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 4. Dissolve 4. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3. 4. Dissolve 4. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 5. Let's start taking. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Actually, ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Gonna start taking. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Watch your focus. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. 3. Take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. take 1. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 2, nice shot. Take 2, ready 4. Actually, ready 1, take 1. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 1, dissolve 1.
Stand by for This Is How I Thank the Lord with Kaylee leading and Quentin on lead.
3, you're live.
I'm sorry, I can't hear both your talk out lines.
Oh, sorry about that. Ready 5, dissolve 5. Ready 6, dissolve 6.
That was my bad. I tried to go in between when you were calling.
No worries. Sorry, I was kind of going all over the place there. Ready 1, dissolve 1.
I'll never live enough lifetime to fully know your worth.
Ready 5,
Know all that you deserve.
dissolve 5.
All of my deception. All of my
Ready 3,
now there is no record. You assume the best of me.
dissolve 3.
So this is why I thank the Lord.
Ready 4,
for saving me when I was weak. So I was saved.
dissolve 4.
This is why I thank the Lord for
1,
everything. This is why I thank
dissolve 1.
the Lord. All of my affection.
Ready 5.
Everything I have to give.
Hey, maybe go more to the left. There. There you go. Ready 5, dissolve 5. Nice. Ready 4, dissolve 4. Ready 1, dissolve 1. Ready 3, dissolve 3. Ready 4. I'm gonna start taking, take 4. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 5, dissolve 5. Ready 6. Actually, ready 3, dissolve 3. Ready 6, dissolve 6. Ready 4, dissolve 4. Ready 1, dissolve 1. Ready 3. I'm gonna start taking, take 3. Alright, ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 4. Actually, ready 1, take 1. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 2. Ready 1, take 1. Sorry, y'all. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 1, actually ready 4, take 4. Sorry, ready 1, dissolve 1. Thank you, Nick. Ready 3, dissolve 3.
So this is how I thank the Lord for loving me, for keeping me. So I was saved.
Ready 1,
This is how I thank the Lord for everything.
dissolve 1.
This is how I thank
Ready 5,
the Lord.
dissolve 5.
I will praise you with every breath
3. Dissolve 3.
Come on, overflow with your voices. Would you just declare adoration to him? Your
2.
devotion for him. You can
Dissolve
just speak
2.
his name, Jesus. You can say, this is how.
35. Dissolve 5. Nice.
Let worship be a
31.
weapon. And we say, this is how I thank
Dissolve 1.
the Lord. And this is how
3.
I thank the Lord.
Dissolve 3.
And this is how I thank the Lord.
34.
And this is how I thank
Dissolve 4.
the Lord. Oh, this is how I thank
31.
the Lord. This is how I find my
Dissolve 1.
battles. I will worship you. This is how
3.
I thank you.
Dissolve 3.
I will worship you. Oh, come on, we declare you are mighty. You
Start
are
taking here.
mighty.
35.
You are
Take 5.
glorious. I will praise
34.
you.
Take 4. 31. Take 1. 32. Take 2. 3. Take 3. 36. Take 6. 34. Take 4. 31. Take 1. 35. Take 5. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 31. Take 1. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 35. Take 5. 32. Take 2. 36. Take 6. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 31. Take 1. 5. Take 5. 32. Take 2. 36. Take 6. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 31. Take 1. 33. Take 3. 35. Take 5. 34. Take 4. 31. Take 1. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 35. Take 5. 31. Take 1. 33. Take 3. 34. Take 4. 3. Dissolve 3. 31. Dissolve 1. 35. Dissolve 5. 32. Dissolve 2. 33. Dissolve 3.
Stand by for Carson.
Dissolve 6. 31. Dissolve 1. 35. Dissolve 5. 33.
Go for Carson.
Dissolve 3. Nice job, cameras. That song was like up and down. You guys did a great job.
Worthy to be praised, to be thanked, to be glorified in this place, to be elevated above every other thing that we hold in our life.
Take 1.
He's worthy of every bit of praise that we can bring him.
We're fixing that lighting, sorry.
There we go. No worries. 35. Tom, if you want to take a couple shots, you can, but I'm just going to jump around.
We're encouraged by it. Our faith's growing.
Ready, 5.
For some of us, it's really
Take
hard
5.
to sing. We think about a line like, this is how I thank the Lord. And when you hear that and when you begin to sing that,
Ready, 2. Take 2.
what pops into your head is, well, what about fill in the blank? What about the sickness? What about the struggle? What about the difficulty?
Ready,
Am I alone?
Ready, 5.
Is God with me?
Actually, ready, 3.
Is God for me?
Take 3.
So we just want to take a second in the gathering and just slam on brakes.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
And do something that might make us feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I believe that God is leading us to this tonight.
Caleb, I like that shot. I think when they're breaking into this prayer time, I might go to you in a moment.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to
Something's
3.
going on
Or
in
yeah,
your
you
life.
can go to
In
3
just
as
a
well.
second, I'm going to ask you to choose courage and raise your
I'll stay
hand
on
in
1.
the air. We're not going to take you into some dark room. This isn't a ploy to get you to do something. This is simply a moment for you with your family in a safe place to say, I need help. I need help thanking God. I need help praising God in the valley that I'm in tonight. And I'm tired of doing it alone. So
Ready, 3.
Should I go wider?
right now, we're not going to do anything crazy. Just raise your hand right where you are. If you need
Yeah, maybe a little wider.
support, if you need encouragement, if you need God to do a work in your life, would you just raise
I
your
can
hand?
go to 3.
Yeah, I'm going to 3 right now. So ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Will you just orient your body posture towards them? You don't have to put
Ready,
your
2.
hand on them, and you can if you're close to them. But
Take 2.
if you see somebody with a hand up, will you just shift your
Is
perspective
Car's
towards
supposed to
them?
have a timer? I'm not sure.
And last week we talked about a really simple prayer.
I don't
God, help
see
me.
anything on the. Yeah.
Say that again. What's up?
Is Carson supposed to have a
Ready.
timer here?
Ready, 5.
Don't think so.
Okay, I guess not.
Ready, 5. Dissolve 5.
Close your eyes
Ready,
and
1.
quiet your own heart. Just
Take 1.
simply say, God, thank you for them. God, help them. God, thank you
5 and 1 are live.
for praise in your heart.
Caleb, you're clear right now.
For being good. God, help them. God, care for them. God, encourage them. Just pray that over and over again. God,
Yeah, Carson doesn't have a timer, so we're good.
No worries. Okay, that's not.
God, help them.
Ready, 2. Take
Right
2.
where they are.
Ready, clean feed. So this will be 2. Take 2. Terry, you're clear.
Ready, 3. I might just jump back to 3 because it's a little bit of space here. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Just keep praying. God, thank you.
Ready, 2. Actually, ready, 1.
God, help them.
Dissolve 1.
Maybe you just need to pray that for yourself tonight. God, thank you for being faithful. God, help me right now.
Ready, 5. Take 5.
God, we thank you for being faithful in this place. God, we thank you for being good.
That is a great shot, Terry.
God, we thank you for your
Yeah, nice
grace.
job, Terry.
We thank you for your provision. We thank
3.
you for the resurrection and
Take
the
3.
life. We thank you for the truth that Jesus changed everything for us. God, we bring to you tonight the people who raised their hand, and we just ask
Ready,
on
1.
their behalf
Take 1.
for a breakthrough in their life, for the strongholds to fall apart, for healing in their body, for healing in their family, for healing in their friendships. God, we pray for transformation in this place.
Caleb, could you maybe go zoom in a little bit?
Boldly ask for it confidently because you are the giver of every good thing, God. God, we reject the voice of the enemy. And the
Ready,
lies
3.
coming at us
Take 3.
in this moment. God, we choose to listen
3.
to the only voice of
You're
truth.
live, and 1, you're live.
And God, we just thank you for every person in this place and every person online. We thank you for raising up us as your family.
Ready, 5.
As your
Take
brothers,
5.
as your people. God, we don't take that lightly. God, I pray tonight that we would be changed from the inside out, that we wouldn't just hear something.
Ready, 1. Clean feed.
We would do
Take
something in the
1.
life of Christ, in
1, you're live everywhere. Terry, you're clear.
God, we love you. We say all of this in the name that changed everything, the name of Jesus. Amen.
All right, ready.
Amen. Thank
3.
you, Overflow. You can grab a seat. I love moments like that. We can celebrate.
Ready, 3. Take 3.
Stand by for Jeff.
I'm excited for
Ready,
the message
2.
tonight. This is my really good
Take
friend,
2.
Jeff Banks. And you are a true brother. I wrote that on a card earlier today, and when I wrote it down, I was like, I really do mean that you are a brother in Christ. And he is a leader of leaders. He teaches the Bible potentially better than a lot of people that I know and that I've heard in my life, because he teaches the real thing. He teaches it with a lot of passion. You're going to have to take a lot of notes, so I hope that you've got a blank page in front of you tonight. And
Ready 3, take 3.
Alexis, if you could kind of center them up just a bit,
lead
just
really
kind of
faithfully
slowly.
tonight. So thank you for being here. And I'm really grateful that you're here at Overflow tonight. I love you, Overflow. And let's continue the series called The Good News is Good. Let's
Great,
go.
thank you.
Let's go.
All right, ready, 1.
What's
Take 1.
up, Overflow? Thank you guys so much for having
Ready,
me.
clean feed, take clean feed.
Tonight, we're gonna
Heads
read
up,
about
cameras, he
three
moves
people
around a
who
ton.
were out there that wrote three people
Just
that
beware.
had
Caleb,
given
you're
up
clear.
on, 3 people that had nowhere else to go, 3 people on the margins
Ready,
of
2,
society,
take 2.
and 1
Yes,
man,
clear, you can go ahead and
1
show the first
person, 1
slide.
God that showed up anyways. Turn your Bibles with me to Mark 5. We're going to start reading in verse 1. They came to the other side of the sea,
Slide
to the
in.
region of the Gerasenes. They, in this context, is Jesus and the disciples. And when he stepped out of the boat, immediately a man from the tombs with an unclean spirit met him. He lived among the tombs, and no one could restrain him anymore, even with a chain. For he'd often been restrained with shackles and chains, but the chains he wrenched apart, and the shackles he broke into pieces, and no one had the strength to subdue him.
Nice job, Thea.
Night and day among the tombs and on the mountains, he was always howling and bruising himself with stones. Jesus hadn't done anything here yet, right? Like he literally just stepped out of the boat. And this
Slide
guy
out
comes
for the
running
time
out of the
being.
graveyard. And I don't know
Ready,
about you,
2,
but if I'm
take
ever in
2.
any context near a graveyard and a guy comes running up to me and he's wild-eyed, wild-haired, he's bleeding, I'm out, right? Like I'm not staying to hang out with the guy from the graveyard and have conversations. If I just got off a boat, I'm getting back onto the boat. If I'm Jesus and I can walk on water, I'm sprinting back to where I came from, right? Like I'm not hanging out with the guy who came wandering out of the graveyard.
stand by
but
for the
as we
next
know,
slide.
Jesus does. And I
Push
mean,
him a little
Jesus
to
could
the-
probably
yeah,
see
keep
the
him in the middle if you
shackles
can,
hanging off
Alexis.
his ankles and hanging off his wrists. He could see that he couldn't be restrained. In Luke's account of the same story, it says that he doesn't have a clothes on.
Yeah,
Comes
I
running up
do.
without clothes on, with chains hanging from his hands and ankles. I mean, this guy has been reduced to the state of an animal,
There
right?
is an echo, and I'm not sure how to
Totally
fix that, to be
rejected
honest.
by society, living amongst the tombs. If anyone is at the end of his
sorry
rope,
about
it's
that.
this guy.
All right.
Everyone had given up on him. Society had so given up on him that they tried to lock him up and throw away the key. And if that's the point that you're at, things have gotten pretty bad. And maybe they changed him up to stop him from hurting other people. Maybe it was to stop him from hurting himself. We don't really know. And this example might feel extreme to you, but I'd be willing to bet that there
Ready,
are some of
5.
us in the room tonight who might feel a little bit like
I'm
this
going to
man.
wait till he turns to you again.
Who might feel like you've been ousted out of the friend group, who might feel
Take
like
5.
people have given up on you, like they would rather kind of chain you up outside of their lives than deal with your stuff because it's just too much. There's probably people in the room who might feel isolated or abandoned or rejected or all of
Ready,
these
2.
things that we
Take
might
2.
feel. You feel like you're sitting outside
Ready, 3.
of the city gates. Let's keep reading in verse 6.
Take
When he
3.
saw Jesus from a
Slide in.
distance, he ran and bowed down before him. And he shouted at the top of his voice, What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I
Ready,
adjure
1.
you by God, do not
Take
torment
1.
me. For he had said to him, Come out of the man, you unclean spirit. This man knew who Jesus was. Jesus hadn't introduced himself.
2.
He had just said,
Take
Come out
2.
of him, unclean
Sorry,
spirit.
Scott.
And the man calls him Son of the
so
Most
good.
High God. He knew he had some sort of knowledge about who Jesus
Ready,
was.
2
and he didn't have a good
online.
feeling about it, right? Or
Take
at least
2.
the spirits were inside of him.
2,
did
you're
it.
live
He knew it
everywhere.
spelled trouble for them, so he begs them, Don't torment me.
Caleb,
That
you're
word
clear.
literally means, Don't torture me, Jesus. Leave me alone. I know who you are, and for me right now, it isn't good. Right? It's a threat to what is familiar. It's a threat to what is comfortable. And from there, Jesus heals this man. He casts the demons out of him and into the nearby pigs. And I know that demon possession is a complicated, hot
All right, I'm gonna
topic
take
with
slide
lots
out.
of theological questions and difficult things that you might wonder, especially
Clear online.
in today's day and age. And I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have on that topic. You can email me at carson.gosley@portsagechurch.org. All your difficult questions, we'll get into them.
Yeah, I don't know where the
But the
echo is
pigs, they
coming
go running into the ocean and
That's
they
okay.
drown. And the owners of the pig herders that were standing nearby, they see all of this happen and they're wildly uncomfortable.
And it says they run through the town and the countryside, and they start to tell everyone what happened to the man that they knew, to the man they saw every day chained up outside of the tombs.
Ready, one. Take
And
one.
for them to spend time running through the country and the town means that Jesus must have sat there with him for a good little bit. Like Jesus hung out with him long enough for them to run and tell everyone and then come back. And when they get back, they beg Jesus to leave. They're scared. They're scared because of the implications. Like if the man that we chained up, if the man that we tried to help, if the man that we couldn't subdue is all of a sudden just sitting next to you hanging out, then you must be more powerful than him. If the man who had totally lost his mind...
Caleb, I like that shot. I'm going to go there after the next set of verses.
And we don't want to deal with all that. Jesus is sitting with this man, and they're confused. They're scared. They beg him to leave. So much so that they are more bothered by Jesus sitting with this man and him being normal than they are excited that he's healed. They're more uncomfortable with what took place than they are praising God for the healing of this person that they saw every day. And some of that might be that they lost their pigs. That was a substantial economic cost, right? It cost them something for this man to be helped. They had to give something up, and it was probably something they didn't think was worth it.
Ready, two.
So
Take
it leaves
two.
them angry. They beg Jesus to leave, and let's pick up in verse 18. As he was getting
Slide
into
in.
the boat, the man who had been possessed by demons begged Jesus that he might go with him, but Jesus refused him and said to him,
Ready,
"Go
one.
home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and what mercy he has shown you." And he went away and began to proclaim in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and everyone was amazed. This man went
Actually,
from begging
staying on
Jesus
two.
to leave him alone, begging Jesus not to torment him, to begging Jesus if he could go with him. But Jesus says no, and he sends him where? To his
Ready,
people.
one.
Some of your
Take one.
translations say that he sent him to his friends. Go back to your friends and tell them what God has done. Do you know what that means?
All right, I'm taking a slide out for a moment.
It means that the man who's chained up outside the tomb,
You're clear
the
on
man
line.
who has shackles hanging off of his
Ready,
wrists, the
three.
man who's living amongst
Take
the tomb,
three.
had people. He had friends that he had to go back to. Presumably, they might have been the ones that put the chains on him, right? He had friends, people who had locked him up and thrown away the key. The man was so dangerous, so far gone, so at the end of
Ready,
his
five.
rope. And he had people that gave up on him.
Take five. Five, you're
They had
live.
left him for
And
dead amongst the dead and gone back
one,
to their homes
you're
to
live.
live their lives. The first person we meet at the end of their rope, the man at the tombs, he had been given up on by society. He had been reduced to an animal. There was nowhere else he could go, nothing else he could do. He had been marked clean by the religion of the day. He had been given up on by all who knew him. And if you don't yet see yourself in that story, then let's meet person number 2, picking up in verse 21. When Jesus
Slide
had
in.
crossed again in the boat to the
Ready,
other side,
clean
just
feed.
keeps jumping on this boat. He's going back and forth, back and forth. I
Slide
think he
in.
just wants an excuse to get on the boat, but whatever. A great crowd.
Nick, could you,
gathered
or not,
around him. And then one of the
Caleb,
leaders
could
of the
you
synagogue,
zoom in just a
Jairus,
little bit,
came,
maybe
and
just
he
between
saw
the
him
two
and fell at
screens?
his feet. And he pleaded with him repeatedly, "My little daughter is
Great,
at the
thanks.
point of death. Come and lay your hands on her so that she will be made well and live."
Ready, two.
So he went with him, and a large crowd followed him and pressed in on him. In the same
Take
way
two.
that we saw the demon-possessed man come up to Jesus and fall at his feet, we see Jairus do the same thing.
All right.
But this guy isn't
Taking the
demon-possessed.
slide
He's
out.
not torn up. He's not falling apart. In fact, this is probably about as far on the
Slide is
opposite side of the
clear
spectrum
online.
as you can get from
Can
that.
advance.
Jairus was a leader. Jairus was a religious leader. He was the one who had it all together. He hadn't been rejected by society. He had been lofted by society. Right? As someone that you want to follow, someone that you want to be
Ready,
like. The
three
phrase that they
online.
used to
Take
describe
three.
Jairus that gets translated as a synagogue leader. It always denoted wealth.
Ready,
and
one.
it always denoted power. Jairus was important.
Take one.
And just like the man at the tombs, Jairus is at the end of his rope. He's falling at Jesus' feet. He's pleading with him, begging him
Ready,
to
five
come
online.
heal his
Take
daughter.
five. Five, you're live.
Why Jesus? Because
One
just
is
like
live.
the man at the tombs, he knew who Jesus was. Jairus had heard that Jesus was someone who could help. And he would have been even more desperate for us to recognize that Jairus was a religious leader, and religious leaders did not like Jesus. They eventually hated Jesus. They eventually plotted to kill Jesus, and things hadn't progressed that far yet. But we can know that it would have been taboo for Jairus to come.
Ready,
to this
one
man.
online.
It would have been taboo for Jairus
Take
to come
one.
and ask for help.
One, you're live
from a
everywhere.
giant crowd. If you look at the same
And
story in Matthew
Carrie
9,
or Claire?
Jesus had just gotten done debating with the Pharisees whenever this happens. And now there's a giant crowd standing there whenever Jairus falls down in front of all of them, probably people that he knew.
Take 2.
He was their local synagogue leader.
Thank you, Scott.
He was the one who had it all together. He was the one that never sins. He was the one that was right with God. He was the one that could do it on his own, but now he's desperate at the feet of Jesus. And
Yes.
keep in mind the picture
Could
here.
you give Caleb like a 5-second heads up so that he can get the camera set up for you before you cut to him?
Yes.
Thank you.
A rabbi who had just walked away from a graveyard, rendering him unclean. He had waited probably for a long time, weighing his options, hoping his daughter would get better on her own, but it just didn't happen, and he finally didn't have any other choice, and he went to Jesus because there was nowhere else to go. If you don't feel like the man chained up at the tombs, you might feel like Jairus. Maybe you're the one who has it all together. Maybe you're the leader. Maybe you're the one who has an amazing walk with God. Maybe you're the one that people in this room look up to. But just like Jairus, maybe behind closed doors, there's something that's eating you alive. There's something that's bothering you. There's something that you don't really know how to let people in on, and you don't think you can ask for help because you don't want to let anyone down. You don't want to let anyone see the cracks in the facade, and the thought of falling down on your face in front of a crowd and asking for help is just too much for you to take. So you're waiting, you're biding your time, you're hoping that things will get better on their own. The second person we met that was at the end of their rope, he was the one who seemed to have it all together. He was the leader, the religious one. He was the one that people looked up to. But inside of his home, behind closed doors, there was a sickness that he wasn't ready for people to see.
Ready 5 online.
When Jairus falls
Take
at
5.
Jesus' feet, Jesus is willing to help, and he begins to walk with him towards his home, and this big crowd starts to follow, probably with some sort of morbid curiosity, wanting to see the drama that will unfold next. But all of a sudden, their pace gets interrupted by person number 3, picking up
All right,
in verse
stand by for
25.
slide.
Now there was
Slide
a woman
in.
who had been suffering from a flow of blood for 12 years. She had endured much under many physicians and had spent all that she had, and she was no better, but rather grew worse.
He's flying through this.
She had heard about Jesus
Trying to stay on.
and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. For
Nice
she
job,
said,
Tia.
if I but touch his cloak, I will be made well. So Jesus, on the way to help rich, powerful, desperate Jairus with the crowd pressing in on him. I mean, you can kind of imagine this in your head. It's probably loud and chaotic. Everyone is trying to get as close to Jesus as they can. You know how I kind of imagine this is whenever you're at Passion and you're trying to get to the hotel lobby to get to the elevator that takes forever.
Ready
right?
2 online. Take 2. To your live everywhere. Carrie or Claire, thank you so much for holding so long.
This is what we do. This is kind of how I imagine Jesus and Jairus and the disciples trying to squeeze through the crowd because there's so many people. Minus deodorant and showers and modern day cleanliness, right? Like it would have been crazy. It would have been chaotic.
All right.
And this woman is suffering
Taking
from
the
a
slide out.
condition that would have left her unclean. Most scholars think that it was
Ready,
some
one.
sort of vaginal bleeding that would
Take
not
one.
stop. They think it probably stemmed from a uterine cyst or something like
yes,
that
you
in
can
nature.
advance.
And she had been bleeding for 12 years.
Sorry about that.
Not only that, she had spent every dime that she had trying to fix it, going to all
Okay,
of the
Caleb, if
medicine
you
that
get
she
ready,
did,
and as soon as I see you
and
start
worked.
to move, I'm going to cut to you.
While this condition might seem like something that would be unknown to people or something that they wouldn't know about, that actually probably wasn't the case.
Ready 3.
Because in their religious law, if a woman was on her period or
Take
had
3.
bleeding of any sort, it rendered her ceremonially unclean. That their bleeding had to stop for 7 days before they could be considered clean again, and it had been 12 years. That meant that the woman was
I
isolated.
actually
She
have the
couldn't
wrong
go
one
to
on
the
there.
temple. She
I'm
couldn't
sorry,
go
Terry,
to
you're
Sabbath.
live instead of 3.
She
I'm
couldn't
I
spend
hit the wrong one.
extended amount of times with people
But you're
of
good right now,
God.
so.
The woman was spiritually isolated. And not only that, but we can assume that the
Okay.
woman couldn't have children.
Caleb,
In their day and
I'm
age,
going to
if
go
you
to
couldn't
you
have
as soon as
children,
you
then
start
you
moving.
wouldn't get married. Or if you were married, it was easy grounds for
Ready,
divorce,
3,
and
take
nobody
3.
would blink an eye about it, right? It was just normal. That was what you were supposed to do. So the woman was relationally isolated. And if you were a woman in her day and age, you couldn't just go get a job. It was incredibly difficult, if not impossible, for you to support yourself on your own. So the woman was poor. Not only that, but she spent what money
Ready
she
1
did
online.
have
Take
time
1.
to fix the problem.
1, you're live everywhere.
The woman that you know, if you're in this crowd, the woman that you've seen, that you know is unclean, that you know couldn't get married, that you know couldn't bear children, all of these things. Now you see her if you're standing in this crowd, and she's pushing through the crowd. She's stepping on toes. She's being rude. She's disrespecting others. She's insulting others. She's rendering every person that she touches unclean too. You would have been wildly uncomfortable if this was you. If you were in the crowd and she pushed by you and she shoved by you, that would have been the greatest disrespect that you could take. We can imagine the crowd getting angry and agitated and frustrated because of her. But she is taking the risk because this is her one shot. Right? This is her one shot to be healed. And she knows that people will be upset. She knows that people will be frustrated. She probably doesn't want to be rude, but she's at the end of her rope. She has nothing else to do. She assumes that Jesus is going to be angry too. So instead of saying, Jesus, please help me, she resolves to just kind of secretly grab at his cloak. She doesn't want to bother him with her problems. She doesn't want to insult him. If you don't identify with the man at the tombs and you don't identify with Jairus, then maybe you identify with her. You're struggling. You want to walk with Jesus. You want an authentic community. You want to let people in, but you don't want to inconvenience them with your problems. You don't want to let them see what's going on behind closed doors. Not only that, but if people knew your past, or if people knew your present, or if people knew what you were struggling with, they would think of you as unclean. They would think of you as unclean. They would look down on you. They would judge you. It would leave you spiritually and emotionally isolated. So you put on a strong face, or you paint a pretty picture.
Ready 3 online.
Everything's okay, even though it's not. For you to
Take 3.
In, it would be like pushing
3 and 2 are both live.
It'd be like stepping on toes. It'd be like inconveniencing everyone with your life and your problems, so you just don't. The third person we met, she was at the end of her
Ready
road.
5 online. Take 5.
She was alone. She had missed
5 and 2 are
so
live.
much. She had been marked
Nick, you're
unclean,
clear.
untouchable by something that was completely outside of her control.
Ready 1.
And she had tried and tried to change it in every way
Take
she
1.
knew, but nothing worked. And in this moment, she finally gets brave enough. She finally gets bold enough.
Ready 1 online.
And reach out for
Take
the help
1.
that she
1, you're
needs,
live
regardless
everywhere.
of what that
Thank you,
help
Terry.
is going to look like. These 3 people that we've met, they've all got their problems, right?
Ready 2.
They've all got
Take
their
2.
issues. They've all got the things that they're struggling with. They all have nowhere else to turn. And then they arrive at Jesus' feet. The man who had been cast out by society, the religious leader who had it all together, the woman who had been marked unclean, while they were all desperate for their own reasons, while they
Did
had
he not
all
read
their
these
different
verses?
issues, they all find hope.
No,
and hope
he's
at the
he's
same
not gotten
place,
to
in
like the
same
healing
way,
part
falling
yet. I
at
think
the
this
feet
is,
of Jesus.
he's gonna
And
figure
Yeah,
as
you're
we
good.
read scripture, we usually try to figure out who we are in the story,
Ready 1.
right? Like, who do I resonate with in this story? Who do I feel like in this story? Whose experience is most like mine? Are we the person cast out by society? Are we the religious leader who has it all together? Are we the person who has been marked clean? I'm sure we could probably all see pieces of their story that we resonate with, that feel true for us. I'm sure that many of us who are in the room that walk with Jesus have been all 3 of these people at different times. But as we're gathered here tonight as the body of Christ, as family, as those who call themselves disciples of Jesus, as those who know the truth when others don't, as those who are trying to live as lights in the world, as those who have something to say about what is true and what is
Ready
not,
2.
as those who have so
Take
often
2.
looked at the outside world and judged it for what it is like, as those who may think that they have it all together, I want to suggest to us that more often than not, in our world, in our context, many of us look like
Ready
a different
5
color in the
online.
story. More
Take
often
5.
than not, we're not the man that's living outside by the tomb.
5 and 2 are live.
More often than not, we're not the rich, powerful religious leader who has a struggle behind closed doors, even though many of us do. We're not the woman who's been marked unclean, although many of us probably feel that way. More often than not, as American Christians who live in the world today, in our day and age, I want to suggest to you tonight is that we are a lot more like the crowd. We're a lot more like the crowd that is watching
Ready
all of this
3.
go down, watching, judging, pointing fingers, and getting angry. We're the pig herders,
Take 3 online.
angry that the healing and helping of another person costs us.
3 and 2, you're both live.
We are so often the friends who have tried to chain up the difficult person outside the gates of our lives. We are the people who are afraid of the implications of a Jesus who sits with a man who just left the tombs. People who are too far gone, people that we've tried to rid ourselves with. We are the crowd of people pressing in around Jesus, trying to get at Jesus, upset and frustrated because the unclean woman is pushing her way through.
Ready one online?
Brutally honest with ourselves.
Take
tonight,
one.
Overflow. In our world, in our country,
Caleb, you're clear.
we are so often the crowd.
One, you're live everywhere.
The crowd that these broken people are trying to avoid, that they are trying to push past just to get to Jesus. And with that perspective in mind, let's continue to read verse 29. The woman had just grabbed Jesus' robe, and it says immediately her flow of blood stopped. And she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. Immediately aware that power had gone forth from him, Jesus turned about in the crowd, and he said, "Who touched my cloak?" And his disciples said to him, "You see the crowd pressing in on you. How can you say, 'Who touched me?'" He looked all around to see who had done it. The disciples are confused because he's like, everyone's touching, right? You're in the middle of the crowd. Everyone's bumping into you. Everybody's touching you, Jesus. But he knew that someone had touched him in a different way, right? That it's interesting because all these other people are touching him too, and presumably all these people had their struggles, all these people had their problems, all these people might have been sick, they might have had things they wanted Jesus to help with as well, but there was something about the way the woman touched him that was different. When the crowd touched Jesus, they were grasping. They were probably wanting to be entertained by some wild miracle. They were probably wanting some teaching that was going to make their life easier. They were probably wanting to cram Jesus into their box of what they thought the Messiah would be like. But when the woman reached out, she reached out in faith.
All right, I'm going to take the slide out.
She reached out from the end of her rope. She reached out knowing that if anyone could change anything,
Clear online.
it was Jesus.
I don't know if you guys have ever
In
seen
that
The
reaching,
Chosen
a miracle
show.
happened. Verse 33, the woman, knowing what had happened to her,
Slide in.
came in fear and trembling and fell down before
They
him
do
and
this
told him the
story
whole
really well
truth.
on that show.
He said to her, "Daughter,
Sorry?
your faith has made you well.
Yeah, really?
Go in
Yeah.
peace and be healed of your disease."
He said it's her favorite scene.
She's terrified, right? Terrified that she had stolen something from him, terrified that he's going to be angry, terrified that she had made him unclean. She's afraid of Jesus because she had done something culturally wrong. She had done something religiously wrong. She broke the rule, and people could have been, maybe even should have been, angry at her. And she essentially confesses to him, right? It says she tells him the whole truth, and she confesses to him what she did in front of this whole crowd of witnesses who are watching and listening. And what does Jesus tell her? Go in peace and be healed.
Right.
She was already healed at this point, but Jesus
out.
is giving her the freedom to actually go
Clear
and live
online.
out what she had already received. Jesus
and
tells
Alexis,
her to
you're doing
go
such a
out
great
in
job.
freedom, right? Go
Really
live out
moving
what
around
you've
a lot.
already received. But what of Jairus, our religious leader? If we don't forget,
All right,
he got interrupted, right? He's on the way bringing Jesus
already
to help
advance,
his
yeah?
daughter.
Okay,
And all
cool.
of a sudden, this unclean woman shows up, and his daughter is still at home laying on her deathbed. And Jairus, if I was Jairus, I would be standing there tapping my foot, right? Maybe happy for the lady, I don't know. But probably waiting for Jesus to pick up the pace because your daughter's still at home. I mean, who wouldn't feel like that? So he's standing there waiting, hoping they'll get moving again when this happens in verse 35. While Jesus was
Slide
still
in.
speaking, some people came from the synagogue leader's house to say, "Your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further?" But overhearing what they said, Jesus said to the synagogue leader, to Jairus, "Do not be afraid, only believe." And Jesus allowed no one to follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. And Jairus was already at the end of his rope, right? He already had nowhere else to go, but now he joins our other two
Ready
friends
to
in that his
take
people had given up on him. Why are you wasting Jesus' time? Why are you troubling him? It's too far gone. It's too late. Just let him go. And the word that
center
says
up on
Jesus
him.
overheard
There we
them,
go.
it literally means he ignored them. He ignored the naysayers. He
Ready
ignored the people who were like, "It's
5
just too late.
online.
Just let him go." And he turned
Take
to Jairus
5.
and he said, "Don't be afraid. Only have faith. Just trust me, Jairus."
5 and 2 are clear,
And then he stops the
or
crowd.
live.
He leaves them there. And just Jairus and a few of the
All right,
disciples
you're good to
go
advance.
off. The crowd of people who want to see a miracle, the crowd of people who are looking and watching and judging, the crowd of people who probably just want to be entertained, the crowd of people who are eating up the drama. They get left there. They don't get to see what happens
Ready, one,
next. Verse
take
38, when they came to the synagogue leader's house,
Next slide. Slide
he
in.
saw commotion, people weeping and wailing loudly. And when he had entered, he said to them, "Why do you make a commotion? Why do you weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him. He put them all outside. And he
Ready,
took the
clean
child
feed.
and mother and those who were with
Take
him
one.
and went in where the child
Got
was.
your live everywhere. Terry, you're
Whenever
clear.
Jesus ditched the one crowd, he got to Jairus' house and he found another crowd. And it says they're making this commotion, and that might sound like an insensitive way to describe people who are mourning, but there's a little context here that makes it make sense in that these people who are mourning, these people who are weeping and wailing, they were quite literally hired mourners. This was a common thing in their society that you would hire these people to come weep and mourn and kind of facilitate the death of someone for your family. These mourners, these people making a commotion, were hired. These are people who benefit because of brokenness. People who benefit because of death. They feed off it when it happens. When something sad takes place, they're like moths to the flame. And I think sometimes this is another crowd that we seem to imitate. We love drama. We love unrest. We love to see a good fight. You know what I mean? We have people in our lives that we love to see fail.
That's so true. There's so
that
much
we love
context
to see
in the
fall.
Bible
We
that's
enjoy
just
the drama.
unknown.
We just can't
when
help
you read
ourselves. And when so-and-so is talking about so-and-so, we can't help but eat it up. And we love to say that we hate the drama, but we really kind of love it.
Clear.
If we can get honest with ourselves, we benefit from it. Because whenever so-and-so falls, it reminds you of how bad you aren't.
32. Take 2.
When the drama goes down with them, it reminds you of how much better you are. I mean, this is why trash TV is so popular, right? Because you get to see people's lives falling apart.
Ready, Caleb, 3.
Mentally stable person on earth, you know?
Take 3 online. 3 and 2 are clear. I mean, are live. My brain.
Jesus walks in with a few of the disciples and the little girl's family, and taking her by the hand, verse 41,
You only
he
got
said
one
to her,
slide
"Talitha
left."
Kum," which means little girl,
All right, slide in.
get up. And immediately the girl stood up and began to walk about. She was 12
Tom,
years
there's
of
a
age.
slide.
And at this they were overcome with amazement. And he strictly ordered them that no one should know this, and told them to give her something to eat.
Caleb,
And
you're
I have
clear.
known her. Whenever I wake up from the dead, please give me some food, right? And he uses this tender, sweet, endearing language to speak to her. And Jairus and everyone else that's present, they're amazed and they're shocked. But what does Jesus tell them to do? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. The crowd that had judged, the mourners who had laughed, they weren't around to see the miracle. Why? We can only speculate, but I think it was because of their posture, because of their judgment, because of why they were there. They missed out on the miracle because they were there for the person. They weren't there to love.
Slide out.
They were there to see how Jesus was going to fit into their life. They were there
You're
to be
clear?
entertained. They were there to see something cool, to see something crazy. They were there to fulfill their needs and their desires. And anytime we force Jesus into the little space we've set up for him in our lives, it becomes very easy to miss out on the miracles.
That was the last slide, so you can go ahead and center.
Need we be reminded that the demon-possessed man was on the outside of society because society had put him there. His friends had put him there. Need we be reminded that the woman with the bleeding problem was marked unclean because our religion
Ready,
says
5
so?
online.
Need we be reminded that Jesus was laughed
Take
at
5.
by the crowd because they thought Jairus
5 and 2
was
are
a
live.
waste of time. But Jesus was different. Jesus was a friend to the friendless. He was a hope to the hopeless. He was there when nobody else was. All of these people came to Jesus at the end of their rope because they had nowhere else to go, and they had heard of Jesus. They knew that Jesus was someone who could help even whenever nobody else could. Jesus was sought out by the religious leader and the man outside the city alike.
Ready,
like the
3
bottom of the
online.
barrel and the cream of the crop. They all came to Jesus because they had heard the stories. They knew who he was.
Take 3.
Or at least the woman and the religious leader did.
3 and 2
They
are
knew
live.
that he had cleansed
Terry, you're
the
clear.
leper, that he had healed the man with the withered hand. They knew that he had forgiven the paralytic. They had heard stories about what he had done, and they knew that Jesus could help. Even if society had said you were too far gone, you were too sinful, you were too messed up, it was too late for you, you're just a waste of time. Jesus still
Ready,
helped
2
you
online.
how far gone you were.
Ready,
Or
1.
how desperate
Oh, okay.
you go ahead, you go ahead.
No, I'll wait till you go.
Okay, ready, 1. Take 1.
It begs the question
Okay.
for us today.
Take 1 online.
What story
1,
have
you're
we
live
told about
everywhere.
Jesus with our lives?
Caleb, you're clear.
What story have we told about Jesus with the way that we live? The demon-possessed man knew that Jesus was the son of God. He knew that Jesus was going to cast the spirits out. Jairus had heard that Jesus could heal his daughter whenever she was laying on her deathbed. The woman with the bleeding problem heard that Jesus was so powerful that if she could just touch his robe, she would be healed. And when people think about you, when people think about your faith and your walk, and how you act and how you live, what story do they hear about you? What does your life tell us about Jesus? What does UNCW know to be true of people who come to Overflow? Have we told the story of Jesus that says he'll be there when no one else is? That doesn't matter how far gone you are, that even whenever you're given up on, when you're marked unclean, when you're isolated, when you're dirty, that you can show up on Tuesday night and find a group of people who will love you no matter what?
Ready 3 online.
Or are we just appealing to the people who are already clean? Are we just selling Jesus to the people that already have
Take 3.
people who already believe?
3 and 1 are live.
Believe, or are we reaching the unreached? Only you guys can answer that question. But in our country, in our surroundings, in our city, in the South, in Wilmington, everyone has heard about Jesus too.
Ready 5 online.
You walk up to a random person
Take
on the
5.
street, it doesn't really matter who it is. 90% of people are going to know who Jesus is. They're going
5
to
and 1 are live.
some
Caleb, you're
conception
clear.
of what Jesus is like, but what is it that they've heard? What feeling is going to well up inside of them? What story has been told about Jesus in our world, in our campus, in our family, in our friend group? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that it's probably not the same one that the woman with the bleeding problem heard. It's probably not the same one that Jairus heard. If you've been walking around the same world that I have, then you and me, we both know that the story is a lot more like the one the man amongst the tombs had heard. Please don't torment me, Jesus. Why are you here?
Ready 1 online.
Please don't bother.
Take 1. 1, you're
So often the story
live
that has been told
everywhere.
about our faith and about those of us who follow Jesus is that we will hurt you with our faith.
Jerry,
We
you're
will
clear.
judge you with our faith. We will look down on you if you don't live like us. In many situations, we are the last people that anyone wants to see in crisis.
Ready 2.
That whenever you're at the end of the rope, when your life is falling apart, church probably isn't the first place that you're going to head.
Take 2.
Body of Christ, brothers and sisters, family in the room, we have to wrestle with why that is. In a survey done by a group called Barna Group in 2021, they asked a large sampling of 18 to 21-year-olds to describe Jesus and to describe Christians. And basically the way they did is they gave them a big bank of describing words, and they asked them to check the top 5 words. When it came to Jesus, most people selected words like loving, wise, peaceful,
Ready 1.
friendly, sincere, welcoming.
Take 1.
And then they offered those same words to people and asked them to describe Christians. And some people used the same positive words. A good number of people did. But twice as often than Jesus, they selected words like exclusive, judgmental, unfriendly, insincere, unfair, and more than any of the other negative words they
Ready
selected
3
one.
online.
That means that there is a measurable difference
Take
between
3.
how your peers see Jesus and how your peers see you. There is a measurable difference between what the world understands to be true of Jesus and what the world understands to be true of us. They have heard good things about Jesus, but not necessarily his followers. And might I suggest to you,
Ready 5
that's
online.
because we've become the
Take
crowd.
5.
Have we forgotten that at one point
Caleb,
we
you're
were the
clear.
man amongst the tombs? At one point, we were the woman who was unclean. At one point, we were the synagogue leader who was desperate for help and
2.
had nowhere else to turn. But as soon as we get help, we so quickly leave that space of desperation and turn to become a part of the crowd, just here for the drama. Just here to judge, just here to point fingers. When we see the lost and the broken amongst the world, we are sooner to get angered by them, frustrated by them, and annoyed by them. We start to consider them some sort of cultural enemy.
Ready 3 online. You don't have to move. I'm just going to use you for a transition because 5 is too close to 2. So I'm going to go to 3.
We all do this. So the question that I want us to ask tonight is, who have we marked as unclean in our world? Who has we marked?
And then ready
who have we marked as
2
unclean in our
online.
lives? Who have we chained outside the
Take
city gates?
2.
Who are the people who have become fodder for our talking points?
And
our
Caleb, you're
opinions
clear.
and our
2, you're
political
live
thoughts?
everywhere.
They become talking points instead of people created in the image of God. Who have you marked as unclean? Is it
Ready 1.
liberals? Is it conservatives? Is it gay people? Is it trans people? Is it pro-choice people? Is it pro-life people? Is it people who drink too much? Is it people who abuse substances? Is it people who are struggling behind closed doors? Is it people that you know are going to vote for Biden? Is it people that you know are going to vote for Trump? Is it people who got the vaccine? Is it people who didn't? Is it people that you think just need to work harder? Is it people that you call ignorant or dumb? Is it people that you call woke? Is it people that you call racist? Who is it that you've marked as unclean, as too far gone? It's the people who, from your viewpoint, or your theology, or your opinion, need to be corrected or fixed before they get to Jesus. And those are exactly the people that Jesus is reaching out to. But we don't see it. We forget that all of us who come to Jesus are going to be transformed. All of
Ready
us
5
who come to
online.
Jesus are going to be transformed.
Take
transformed.
5.
All of us have fallen short. All of us need to be shaped by him. You're never
5
going
and
to
1 are
arrive
live.
on this side of the grave, and only Jesus gets to decide how that shaping happens. You don't get to. You don't get to decide what shaping happens for the other person that's pushing through the crowd. Us Christians have become the angry religious crowd that people who are considered unclean have to push past to get to Jesus. We block their way with our opinions, our politics, our legalism, our religion.
Ready 3 online.
Instead of rushing to get them to the feet of Jesus, we make them step on our toes and force us out of the way.
Take
Not
3.
because they should, but because
3 and 1 are live. Cherry, you're clear.
whenever they finally reach out and touch the hem of Jesus, when they finally get a taste of the freedom that he gives, they are so often filled with shame and guilt. They are often afraid of what Jesus will do or how people will act because of what the crowd has done. When we
Take
become
1
a crowd,
online.
we miss out on a miracle every time. We don't get to go to the back room where there's
1, you're
death
live
and
everywhere.
loneliness that Jesus
Caleb,
is going to
you're
lead
clear.
into life. But remember when it was you at his feet? Remember it was you that needed help? Remember whenever you received grace? Don't turn around and join the crowd. That's not who we're supposed to be in this story.
Take 2.
We become the pig herders who are afraid of who Jesus is hanging out with, who are upset about the comfort that it costs us for another person to get help. We become the hired mourners who celebrate other people's brokenness. We become the crowd that is oblivious to the miracle that Jesus just brought. And if you're someone in the room who has had to push past judgmental Christians to get to the feet of Jesus,
31.
I'm sorry.
Take 1.
And I deeply mean that. It breaks my heart because I was one of those people at one point. If you've been shown a cookie cutter picture of how Christians are supposed to be, act, think, whatever it may be, I'm sorry. If you've lived in the South and you've seen the type of Christianity that we've espoused so many times, I'm sorry. Know that even when the crowd was angry, even when the crowd was frustrated that the unclean woman was pushing through, Jesus still called her. Jesus still called her daughter.
Ready
Jesus
3
still
online.
made her clean.
Everywhere.
And while we may identify with Jairus, we might identify with the man at the tombs, we might identify with the unclean woman, the posture that we're supposed to take tonight is not them.
Take 3.
It's not the crowd. Followers of Jesus in the room tonight, the posture that you are supposed to take is that of Jesus. That when you become his disciple, when you choose to follow him, you are supposed to do what he does and live as he lived. You're supposed to go to the unclean, go to the broken, go to the unloved. There is no one that is too far gone. And as I look out at the room tonight, as I see my brothers and sister in Christ, my family, people that I know and love, I'm confident that we can tell a new story. Or maybe it's not a new story at all. Maybe we need to get back to the original story. The good news is good, right? The good news that we first espoused, that we can go into our city, into our college campus, into our friend groups, into our families, that we can be with the people who religion has marked as unclean, that we can go to those who everyone else has given up on, and we can love the unlovable.
Ready 5.
We can sit with the tormented. We can embrace the unclean. And I don't know about you, but whenever I look around the world today, it feels like we're in a world that's on the brink of war. It feels like we live in a country that's incredibly divisive, and we're headed into another election year that's only going to make the problem worse. And I want to give us the same reminder that Jesus gave Jairus. Don't be afraid, only believe. No matter how crazy the world gets, we have a God who brings eternal life. Death is no fear to us. No matter how messed up stuff gets, we do not have to be afraid of suffering, because suffering is the very thing that shapes us. We count it as joy. We don't have to labor to seize power in the world or to put our hope in some power.
Addie, I'm going to turn this back over to you until after the music.
Success, we already have everything that we need. We don't change the world with the systems of the world. It isn't about convincing people you're right. It's not about getting the right person in office. It's about living as Christ lived in the midst of a broken world. And for some of us, that sounds like a joke. That sounds dumb. Why would you not chase after power? Why would you not do what you think it is that you need to do? But when the crowd laughed at Jairus, Jesus told him, do not be afraid, only believe.
Take 2.
Just trust me. And if you and I can learn to not fear.
We have I've Witnessed It up next with Kaylee leading and Madison on lead guitar.
The miracles that Jesus works.
And then we're going to need to release Nick a little bit before the song's over so that he can get over.
In the world around us, and it is ripe for the picking, right? Like this is our moment. Christians are made to thrive in chaotic moments.
5.
So we get to rise up. We get to not be afraid and only believe. When we do that, we witness the miracle-working power of a God who brings life out of death, a God who sets the tormented free, a God who makes the unclean become holy. Don't be afraid, only believe. You were once lost, but now you are found. You were once dead, but now you are alive. You were once the crowd, but now you walk alongside of Jesus. Now you can witness the power of God in your life to the world around you. And just like the city that saw the demon-possessed man walk free, you can bear witness to the freedom that Jesus gives you, and that's what changes everything. Don't be afraid, only believe. Pray with me.
Ready, 3.
God,
Dissolve 3.
thank you for being a God of hope.
Sorry for
a God of freedom.
No notice, Caleb.
A God
Good job.
that has no one that is too far gone, no one that is unclean, no one that's too broken. And that the way that you redeem those people is by sending your followers into the world. By sending people like us out to love those who seem unlovable, to heal those who seem too broken. And God, I pray that you would empower us to do that. That you'd give us confidence in who you are. That you'd give us faith that isn't afraid of death, that isn't afraid of brokenness. That you'd help us not get distracted by all the worldly systems and all the things that might pull us away from the life that you give us. And again, God, I pray that you'd give us courage to go to the unclean, to go amongst the tombs, whatever we think they are, and to love people no matter what, and that through loving them like you love them, they would be
And I've witnessed
forever
it,
transformed.
Nick, in that final sort
God,
of
I pray
build.
that you'd empower us in this room tonight to be the body
It'll probably
of
be a
Christ
good time for you
and
to
to change the city and the region
head out, and I'll
and
try
the
to give
world
you a
around us.
reminder
In
as
Jesus'
well.
name,
But
amen.
just remember, ready, sorry. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 1. Actually, yeah, ready, 1. Dissolve 1.
When I was lost and all alone, your presence was where
Ready,
I found
3.
home. You were there and you're here right now.
Dissolve 3.
In every high and every low, you
Ready, 1.
never left
Dissolve
me without hope. You were good and you're good right now.
Drums.
So we sing this together. I've witnessed your faithfulness.
Dissolve 3.
I've seen you
Ready,
breathe
4.
life with it. So I'll pour out my praise
Dissolve 4.
again. You're worthy. God, you're worthy
Ready, 1.
of all of
Dissolve 1.
it.
Nice job,
Your
Nick.
promises never
Ready, 5.
fail. I've got stories
Dissolve 5.
I live to tell. So I'll
Ready, 4.
pour out my praise again. You're worthy.
Dissolve 4.
God, you're worthy of all of it.
3. Dissolve 3.
You
taking. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Nice movement. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. We'll get some guitar. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. And then rack out. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Nice. Ready 1.
You're strong and I've witnessed it. You're constant, I've witnessed
Dissolve 1.
it. And I'm confident. I see it.
Ready 5.
again and
Dissolve 5.
you love and I've witnessed it.
Ready 6.
You heal and I've witnessed it.
Dissolve 6.
You
Ready 3.
say and I've witnessed it.
Dissolve 3.
And I'm confident.
Ready 4.
I see
Dissolve
it
4.
again and again.
Ready 5.
And I've witnessed it.
Take 5.
You're strong and I've
Ready 1.
witnessed it.
Take 1.
You're constant, I've
Ready
witnessed
4.
it. And I'm confident.
Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Alright, Nick, you can probably head back. Okay, one more shot. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Nice.
Go for Carson.
Good job, y'all.
What an amazing, amazing night.
Ready 1.
What an
Solve
incredible
1.
message.
Actually, we'll wait
and
for
an
the lights.
incredible
Or maybe they're still on. I don't
commissioning
know.
for all of us in the room
Solve 1.
that would consider ourselves Jesus followers. We've got a job.
5.
We have an identity to embody and a Jesus to represent to the people in the world that feel like they are
Stand by online.
Overflow. They are your calling.
Ready 4.
God is asking you
Ready 2.
to help them get through the crowd, to get to the feet of Jesus. And I just want us to be a generation that says yes.
Ready
That
5.
says, yeah, I'm willing to
Take
bring
5.
my life to bear. I'm willing to bring everything about me and say, God, it is yours. I will go to that one person
Ready 1. Take 1.
who thinks they're too far gone. And the truth be told, we all have in our mind probably one person. As Jeff was giving us that encouragement he did us tonight.
Ready 3.
Just that one person who thinks they're too far gone.
Take 3.
Your assignment is to bring them to Jesus.
Stand by, ready black.
To Jesus. Overflow, I'm glad you're here tonight. Can we just celebrate what God did in the room tonight?
Okay, well, I'm gonna stay on you for just a minute.
What?
I'm gonna stay on you for just a minute.
If tonight is someone's first night at Overflow, I think there are a couple people that I met earlier that it's their first night. Can we just say welcome to anybody who is their first night at Overflow?
1. Take 1.
My name is Carson, and I get the privilege of being pastor of Overflow. I would love to meet you if tonight's your first night. I'd love to talk to any of you if you have questions. You need encouragement. If you need building up in your faith right now, our team will be down front. We'd love nothing more than
Get ready for black.
Ready for?
Mark chapter 6. I'm excited. Overflow, I love you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Alright, and it's off black.
Take 4.
Beautiful.
Nice job, everybody.
We are so thankful that you guys decided to join us tonight for Overflow Online.
Thank you guys. Good job, cameras.
Just a
You did
way
a great
that
job.
you guys can get connected with us as we're
Have a
going
great
through
night,
this
everybody.
series. First of all, that message
was
something special.
incredible.
It really was. Do you have a takeaway that you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was so challenging to me personally, just the thought that I could be the crowd. Like, I could be the people who are pointing fingers, that are keeping others from actually getting to the feet of Jesus. What a convicting thought that, and my thought is like, how can I get people to come to the feet of Jesus? How can I be the disciple that says, hey, I know someone that can heal you. How can I get you there?
Yeah.
It just excites me. It's like puts a fire underneath me.
Yeah, that's so awesome. But like I was saying, to get connected through this series and as we're going through the book of Mark this semester, we have a reading plan for you guys.
Yeah.
Jake, do you want to share a little bit about it?
Yeah, so actually for the month of February, we are having a reading plan that you guys can follow along as we read through the book of Mark. And so this could be a way that you challenge your friends. If you can't attend Overflow, you can still follow along with what we got going on and what our people are doing in the building. And so it's a good way that our church is going to continue to stay connected and love each other and encourage each other in the Word. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That February reading plan is on your screen now. If you want to just take a screenshot or take a picture of the TV, whatever it is that you're watching on, or you can head on over to PC3 Overflow on Instagram, and it is in our Instagram bio as well. But other than that, you guys, we are just so thankful that you decided to join us tonight. And we will be seeing you right here next week to continue the series that the good news is good.
Come on, we're back. Love you guys.
See ya.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, nice job, Nick.